Okay. Hi, Divine Feminine. Thank you so much for clicking in on this video and watching me. I so much appreciate that. So this is going to be a Divine Feminine reading. And if you identify as a Divine Feminine, it means that you identify as a manifester. Woo! And manifesting, that has to deal with somebody that is able to draw opportunities and draw things to them in their life versus an alchemist, which uses the resources around them to go ahead and build their life with what they have available for them. Okay. Um, the phrase that I'm really feeling for Divine Feminine today that I really got, I'm going to actually put this down a little bit so you can see. This is just some paint. It's actually my art table. As you can see, I'm a painter as well. But yeah, so if you ever see this, I painted, and like a few months ago, I've had this table for so long and I've kept it cleared. And I painted a few months ago, and I got some paint on it. So I eventually had to figure out how to get that off. But anyway, the phrase that I really got today for Divine Feminine is you're still going strong. You're still moving strong. Yesterday there was a click for a minute for your energy as far as something that matured, an ability that matured in you. And today it's kind of like you're in the mind frame of I'm still going strong. That's what I feel on the energy. You're still going strong. Okay. Now, this reading is going to be broken up into 4 parts. The first part, we're going to look at spiritual messages. These are messages from God, angels, ancestors, and guides. Then we're going to look into intuition, which is your emotions and everything. And we're going to be looking at your messages, how your higher self is translating that to you. And what your higher self would, with yourself are saying. And then we're going to go into the third part, which is the mind, how you're processing everything mentally. And then we're going to go into the last part, which is spiritual advice on what you should be doing. And we're going to kind of take a look into how everything is playing out. Okay. So now we're going on to the first part, which is the spiritual messages. And this is from God, and this is from angels, and this is from ancestors, and also your guides. Okay. Right off the bat, we have 2 cards coming out. Ooh, here we go. This is the favorite card right now since Mercury retrograde. We got Page of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So starting something new with the ability. This is definitely a continuation of yesterday. We talked about this ability, and this ability has to deal with your manifesting powers, something that you have achieved, something that you're able to draw in, something that you're able to attract to you. And it's something, now you're going on to a new journey with this ability. You may be going out to help people. What I'm feeling, you may be helping people. You may be starting something, but you're taking it to a new level that you haven't done before. Maybe where you've done it for yourself or just for personal reasons, but now you're doing it for something to the next level, something bigger. So information, we have the Knight of Swords in the center energy. So this is information that is brought to you. You have a lot of messages coming in, and those messages are very truthful. So God, angels, your ancestors, and your guides are sending you a lot of messages at one time. They're kind of coming in, boom, 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 super fast, right? You may be having some very interesting dreams. Okay. You may be having some interesting thoughts pop into your head. These are randoms from the powers that be that guide you. Okay. And they're all truthful. They are all truth. And some of them are good. Some of it is good. Some of it is bad. Some of it is like a little wonky. You know what I mean? But you're getting something's opened up for that in the past. So we're going to talk about maybe the past month or so. We have an Ace of Chalices, so a new connection of some kind. This may be a new connection with maybe a new guide, or maybe a guy that's been around. I'm feeling like a guy that's been around that you've connected with. Um, Maybe you have a new connection with your higher self or something, but something has clicked in the past, I want to say, maybe the past week or this past month. Right now we have the King of Swords energy. This may be something with this new connection. So a very logical connection, and this could be you too. But this is kind of like we're getting into logical planning. We're bringing this ability and we're planning out how to use it. We're making judgments on when to use it, when to not use it. In the near future, you have more messages coming in to you because we have the Eight of Wands. So once again, you have a lot of messages coming in. And this is from, I'm really feeling like multiple guides. You're getting a lot of downloads. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, mastery. You're working on something that you've mastered and you're taking it to the next level. Now, Pentacles is the journey of building a community. That's what I got. Building a community of some kind, building something of some kind. So, Three of Pentacles, you're already at a mastery, and bringing that mastery to go ahead and bring people around and build something. Build something. For all of you, it's going to be something different. Some of you can be a business. Some of you it can literally be a family. Especially if you have a broken family of some kind, it could be building another family or bringing members of your family back together for healing. For some of you, it's building on something and taking it to the next level as far as bringing people around. Okay, so now we're going to look into the next part, and this part is going to be your intuition, and this is going to be you and your higher self. Okay, conversations with you and your higher self. What is the collective's higher self of the divine feminine saying? So the basis of it is your strength. Ooh, and the moon. You have some hidden strength here. People may not know how strong you are, and it's been on purpose. You've been guarded on purpose. Something, this strength inside of you, this will, this ability, it has been hidden. It has been hidden. And it's now emerging out, but it's calculated. Remember when I said right now with your guides, we have the King of Swords. So it's calculated. It's very much calculated on when this ability came out. And maybe it may be what I'm feeling here is people that may have been around you or the company that you keep. It wasn't supposed to come out because it might have gotten taken advantage of or whatever. Or maybe it just needed to be developed. For a lot of you, it just needed to be developed without any outside energy touching it. But this inner strength here with the moon, your abilities, and here we go. Yeah, center energy, Nine of Cups. The fact that you're able to bring your wishes to you. Who would have known? Nobody knew. Nobody knew when they looked at you that you had this ability of wish fulfillment because they weren't supposed to be a part of it. They weren't supposed to touch it because if people knew why you were developing and why you were figuring out that you were able to do this, they would have tried to undercut you or try to abuse, like use it or whatever. And it may not necessarily be something as dark as that, but Spirit just wanted it to be nine of cups. Spirit wanted it to be hidden with the moon. Only those with discernment would have been able to know. It's kind of like the best things in life are hidden. God hides his treasures. and you were the treasure that was hidden. Now, in the past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is independence. There's an independence in you, there's a stable independence in you. You see, she's there and she's got her pentacles on top. So even if I go up there and I'm looking at her, I would have to look up to see how many pentacles and how many abilities that she has. And you only see part of her face. So that's once again what I'm feeling. And I'm just picking this up on this card. This is the first time I've ever picked up on this with this card. Is that she's mainly hidden. All you see is her eyes. She doesn't speak. So she's not gonna tell you that her pentacles are up there. It's for you to figure out. If you walk away thinking, that's just some weird whatever, whatever, you missed out on 9 pentacles, right? So right now what we have, ooh, interesting. We have messages about an Empress upside down and a Queen of Swords upside down. I think that this is going to probably be expanded on. This could be 2 people. This could be 1 person. It's 2 scenarios. So let's go over the let's go over them separately. Because you're independent in the past, so you're not necessarily connected with these figures. But if they are the same person, is somebody that may lack creativity and may, with the Queen of Swords upside down and the Empress upside down, may lack creativity. Uh, and maybe a bit cold. What I'm feeling is it's a bit cold. This is messages from your higher self. If these are 2 separate people, then this could be possibly somewhat like a mother and daughter if they're separate, because we have the Empress upside down and the Queen of Swords upside down. You're getting messages about these figures. Now, if it's not a mother and daughter, it definitely is there's a daughter-like figure. It could be a niece or aunt, or it could even be a I don't wanna say I don't really feel off of this card like a young like a child. I feel like this is a mature woman, but this may be like an older whatever it is, this is an older woman. I'm thinking for most of you, it's probably 2 separate energies, not 1. Um, but you're getting messages about this, and this might be why in your higher self I mean, I'm sorry, in your guides and your messages, you have the King of Swords. That's my mom. But you have the King of Swords because there's a guy that's around, some sort of messages that's coming around to be calculative in with these figures. Because this Queen of Swords upside down is also calculative as well. The only thing is she's calculative in a sense of lies and mental manipulation. So this is somebody that would manipulate your mind, manipulate the truth, and this Empress upside down is going to allow her to do it. If you get what I'm saying. Like the Empress upside down is not it. I mean, this is the tree and this is the apple. The Empress upside down taught this Queen of Swords on how to do this. And the Queen of Swords may be the one that's talking, maybe the one that you're facing, right? And your higher self is talking about those 2 figures. Okay. In the near future, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Fool card. So this is going to be happening later on today and into tomorrow. And like I said, with the messages coming in, you got the Eight of Wands, and now you have the Ace of Wands from your higher self and the Fool. You have a new pathway that you need to take a chance on. So it's all about making sure that you don't going with the flow of spirit, listening to what spirit says when they're talking to you about people in your life, any sort of warnings or any sort of I don't like this person's energy. That's your higher self talking to you as far so it can guide you on what to do with this ability and with this strength. And this ability can be a lot of things, you know what I mean? As it could be drawing things to you. It could be you just have some sort of ability, some sort of skill. Now, I will admit, as you go on to this Ace of Wands and with the Fool card, after that, we have the World upside down. There is a cycle that's not closed out. Spirit is taking you away from some sort of toxic situation or some sort of toxic people, but it's not closed out with those people. I think that we talked about that a little bit before. Um, it's not closed out. There's an spirits like kind of hiding you away a little bit or guiding you away. I do think it's a bit of hiding, but it's almost like you're hiding in plain sight. These people, they don't really know what you're doing, you know? They don't know everything that you're doing. But it's incomplete as far as everything is justice, things have not fully been balanced. But spirit's taking you to a place where you can develop and you can go on your path so that you can come to the point where this piece is finished out. And we kind of got this in the cards here because you have a nine of cups, you have a nine of pentacles, you have two nines. We don't have any tens. We haven't finished out a cycle. But you got one more cup and one more pentacle to get there, right? And this is the cycle with these people, okay? And you're already starting a new path. But eventually, that last piece to the cycle will need to be finished out somehow. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go into how you're mentally processing all of this. So already off the bat, we have a 10 of wands. We have a 9 of wands. We have the moon. Ooh, we have the 5 of pentacles upside down. Knight of cups upside down. Page of wands. Okay. It's a lot on your mind, but you're still going strong. Okay. But it's a lot on your mind. Okay, we're going to look into this base of what's going on in your mind. We're going to take the first two cards, and that's 10 of wands upside down and 9 of wands upside down. Burdens. It's not necessarily, remember we said we're not at the 10 yet. So even though this is a 10, that's why this 10 is upside down, because it's a false 10. And then we have the 9 of wands. So you go from the 10 where you thought you were finishing out with these burdens, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna let it go. This is what your mind is. The basis of your mind has been like, I'm just gonna walk away from this whole thing. I'm gonna put the burdens down and I'm gonna leave it alone. But then you go back to the 9 because it's not working that way, because with spirit and everything, it needs to finish out. It's just not finishing out right now at this second. You're allowed to go onto a new path and start a new path, but eventually in your life, you'll have to come back and make that into a 10, finish the cycle out with these burdens when it comes to this Empress upside down, and this Queen of Swords connection. So you're back to the 9. And this is not time specific. So I'm not saying this is something that happened now. This could have happened the past 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years, possibly. Okay. It's been a while. So going back to the 9, as far as being a warrior, a wounded warrior. Okay. That's the spot that you are at. And you realize when you walked away from this, you really couldn't walk away all the way. So you're kind of on a standstill at 9 and being the warrior and being in keeping what you have, keeping your abilities, keeping your peace, keeping your abundance, right? So that's the first 2 cards. And this is stuff that's hidden because we have the moon again. We have the moon again, and this is stuff that's hidden. The moon is hiding your strength to be able to go through this. And the moon is hiding really what you want. What you want is to finish this out, because Wands talks about desires. So what you want is to finish this out, but you're back to the 9, but you can't fully finish it out because there's still a piece there. Here's the thing though. We have the 5 of Pentacles. You're out in the cold. You're not in this situation. So it's different, like if you had to finish out a situation with somebody that you saw every day. You can just do it. But you're not in this situation. You're not in communication with this person. You're not, or these people. You're not in this community anymore. So it's not, you can't you can't put an ending. You have to wait for spirit to align everything together for the ending to happen. Knight of Cups upside down. Yeah, you're out in the cold, and this is why Knight of Cups, nobody's able to really offer anything to each other. There's a blockage on that. People are out, you guys are out of each other's communities. And then we have somebody ventures out, Page of Wands. One side, either you or the other side, ventures out with communication. I feel like it's 2 sides that are they're kind of doing the same thing. They're not talking to each other. They're it's like a stubborn side. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to them. And then you're like, I'm not talking to them because they're not whatever, whatever. And they're like, I'm not talking to them because they're like whatever, whatever. So you guys are kind of mirroring the same behavior for different reasons, but the behavior is mirrored. And then finally somebody ventures out, Page of Wands. One side is eventually. Could be both of you. Could represent both of you, but one side is. Now let's see. In the center energy, we have the High Priestess upside down and the 3 of Pentacles upside down. So this is bad advice from a group of people. This is bad advice from a group of people. Bad guidance. So the people around are probably guiding towards these 2 pieces, these 2 people not speaking. Okay? That's the center energy. In the recent past, we have the Fool upside down and the Death card upside down. Choosing, this is a choice not to make a difference. These are 2 major arcanas. Making a choice not to change. I'm not going to change my ways. I'm not going to communicate. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. That's mentally. That's mentally what you were at, what you were thinking. I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to speak. That's in the past. Now we're at the 6 of Wands, the Lovers upside down, and the Queen of Wands upside down. Interesting. We got some upside down queens today. So let's get into this energy. There's an energy in your mind of writing in to a situation. Now, I'm still unclear. Now, this is just ideas. This could be you feeling the other side. This could be something that you're thinking about. Should I write in? You're writing into a broken connection with this Queen of Wands upside down. Okay. So let's talk about the Queen of Wands upside down. The Queen of Wands upside down, what I'm feeling is it's a fiery energy, somebody who wants what they want. She is upside down. So it is somebody who will do what they want, wants what they want, and disregarding of other people. It's a feminine energy, could be a promiscuous person because the Queen of Wands upside down is a bit promiscuous. You know what I mean? That's what upside down she's known for. Right side up uh is all about women empowerment and stuff. You know what I mean? But upside down is promiscuous. Um could have could hold on, could be angry, rageful. This is fire energy. So could have rage. Um could get angry pretty fast. Maybe this is why it didn't work out in this connection. Um yeah. And like I said, maybe it didn't work out. Now this person could be coming in as Queen of Wands energy, or you could be coming in to that person. This is just ideas that are in your head. This is how you're translating these messages. You're translating them in your mind as they're coming in because your higher self is giving you a lot of messages about this person. So you're focused on this one person, and your higher self is telling you they have there's an older feminine energy around them that's guiding them on what to do and how to treat the situation with you. And this older generation of a woman or feminine energy, empress upside down energy, is giving them bad advice. Okay. They're giving them bad advice. I think it, and because the thing about it is the Queen of Swords upside down and the Queen of Wands upside down also want control. They love control. The Queen's upside down and the King's upside down, when it's upside down, it is always a control thing also. They just do it in a different way. So maybe there's messages of, mentally manipulating. And if they can't get their way with trying to manipulate you mentally, they get angry. And you really only pay attention to the anger, but spirit is saying they're angry because they wanted to manipulate you to think in a certain way, to do a certain thing, and they're angry because it didn't work. But this person desires control and they can't get it. So it's easier for you to start another cycle than for them because they're always going to be thinking, dang, how come I didn't get that control? So they're angry when they're coming up. And you're thinking about this because you're getting a lot of messages with this. You're feeling their energy. This person on the other side is thinking about you. You need to look at that karmics reading that I had, because I'm talking about the karmics this week. Okay. That's that karmic energy. They're thinking about you and they're thinking about coming forward. It's not a guarantee that they will for all of you. Some of you, they might. So it's not a guarantee that they will, but for sure, they are, you're thinking about them and you're getting messages about them today heavy. So then we have the Knight of Pentacles. You're thinking about a stable offer coming the end of the day to the beginning of tomorrow, the next 24 hours of looking at this video. You're thinking about a Knight of Pentacles here. Interesting. You're thinking about going somewhere stable. You're thinking about building something that's going to take time. I mean, you kind of think about this person a little bit and then you go back to where you're going. You're the pathway that you're going. Because where you're going you'll get there, but it takes a lot of work and you're going to be putting in the work. And then you're going to go into a really nice headspace. You're going to be in the sun energy. You're going to be thinking about happy things. Maybe you might get some good news. Maybe this Knight of Pentacles is something you're thinking about it because you can feel some sort of offer, some sort of stable offer. It doesn't have anything to do with this person. I'll be honest with you. It's an offer, it's a new opportunity, and it makes you happy. You may be getting that opportunity, but this is in your mind space. So once again, you're feeling that and you're happy. That's where it is. You're still going strong. That's what that is. You're still going strong. Okay, let's look at the last part of the reading. In this part of the reading, we're going to be looking into spiritual messages on basically what you should be doing, advice on what you should be doing, what you should be focusing on, what actions that you should be taking. Okay. So at the bottom, we have the Goddess of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Wands. Lead with your heart. Go down this pathway with your heart. This is talking about your love energy, what you offer. This is a figure, Goddess of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups, right side up. This is a loving figure. This is somebody who gives, who has an abundance of love. The cup never runs out. You never have not enough energy to give love, give support, give mentorship, help people out, all that kind of stuff. And taking a new path in that energy. In the center energy, we have the Five of Cups and we have the Three of Swords. This is a betrayal. This is a heartache. And this may be why you're taking a new path, as far as this is something that spirit is wanting you to hone in on and focus. Taking a new path when it comes to the Goddess of Cups, the Queen of Cups, being the giver of emotions, being there for people, because these people that betrayed you, you were there for them. You were there for them. You loved them. You gave them care. You gave them, gentleness, kindness, and they loved it. Don't get me wrong. They loved it, but they had no idea on how to handle it. So on that new path is going from what's the next stage after the queen is the king. It's not gender specific. It's just about energy. Okay. And when you get to the King of Cups, you learn how to discern when to give of your heart energy, when to keep it back. You know what I mean? And that's why this is at center right now. This betrayal, this pain, this really laid you out. And it's crazy because, I told you, the Queen of Cups never runs out. She never runs out of love. She never runs out of care. So these people, this Three of Swords, it could have been three situations. It could have been three people, you know what I mean, that finally got you down. Wasn't even one. It was like three. And the three cups fell over. But you see, the Queen of Cups still has two behind her. I still got two cups. You know what I mean? I'm not going to die. Versus somebody that has a half a cup. If they went through this, they would be strung out. But that's the center energy. The pain from a betrayal, okay? The pain from a betrayal that you gave love and energy to. In the past, we have the God of Swords. So once again, this King of Swords comes up, right? Thinking logically and making judgments. You've been making a lot of judgments on this. You've been kind of like, you know what? Mm, you haven't even been making necessarily emotional decisions, but you've been looking at it not from an emotional point because you've gone through the healing and everything. Now you're looking at it from a logical point. Mm, this person kind of, you may even be like, this person kind of screwed themselves over by cutting, by doing whatever that they did. But you know what? I'm gonna just build back up. That's it. And then I'm gonna chop this up to a lesson. Right now, you are thinking, and that's in the past. And that past could have been years, or you could have been coming into this energy the past month, week. And even though this is sword energy, I'm feeling that there's years too, because I'm feeling like it could be more than one situation. Right now, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Temperance upside down. So here's the thing, you're thinking about it a lot. And it's giving you a new mindset, which the ace, which is one, and the four of swords together is the number five. Five is the number of change. You're mentally changing. And I will say, you're getting a sharp edge on you there. I will admit that. Um, Situations like this bring us to sharp edges. There's a definitely big protection over your heart. And you're getting a new mindset when it comes to this temperance upside down. So, Spirit is wanting you to think about it. They want you to think about this. They want you to look at it, keep looking at it logically, and get a new mindset so we can turn this temperance right side up. Okay. Because, like I said, there is another part. It's not finished. It is not finished. But when it comes back, Spirit's not gonna bring it back together until you get a little bit of sharpness on this person or on these people. So that when you guys come back together, if they're expecting a kind and gentle and pushover, what they see as a pushover, which is not necessarily too much of a pushover, a little bit, but they're expecting that loving, kind, gentle, cuddly. They didn't they get the sword. Okay. In the near future, we have the God of Pentacles. So this is ahead of something. This is getting ahead of something. Okay. The God of Pentacles in the traditional deck, the King of Pentacles is the head of the family, is the head of the business, is the head of something. But Spirit's wanting you to get ahead of something, get ahead of your path, lead your own path, lead your own life path, and manage it and handle it. Especially when it comes to this, you have to understand that you are leading this, because this is what I just got. This is reliant on your path. This reunion is not reliant on the other person, because the other person's not going to change. Not right now. They're going to change after the meeting with you. So when this comes, this is on you. This is leading this. You're leading this. You are leading this uh closure. You're leading this cycle closing out. This is on your timing. So Spirit's wanting you to understand that, so that you can go onto your path understanding, okay, look, I'm the one that's leading this. So in the near future, we have the Star upside down, and then we have the Seven of Wands. Star upside down is not believing in something. And this is Seven of Wands is a defense. Don't believe in a defense of some kind. And this number 7 is a one is the number of victory as well. It's the number of victory, and it's a completion number. So don't believe in, but it's not the number 10. Don't believe in somebody's defense. You're coming out as the God of Pentacles. Is, that's a pretty stable, you know what I mean? That's a pretty stable thing if somebody wants to be at defense. And if you notice, even as I'm holding it up here, this person is defensive, but they're also walking away. So don't believe in somebody's defense, however that translates for you. Don't believe in somebody's defense. Somebody, a lot of these people, they do things and they kind of have a vibrato, like they are tough and everything like that, like they're tough, or like they have everything under control, or like if they're very defensive, it's because their defenses aren't that strong. Because also, if you notice, these are wands, they're sticks. This is coin, this is gold. You can have a stick up, but if I throw this coin at your stick, it's gonna snap it and then come and snap you, right? And that's what I'm just getting off of how these cards are laying out now. Because you're still strong. Spirit's wanting you to understand that you're stronger than this person or this situation. And that's why you have to go on this path. You've been looking at the situation with the wrong eyes. You've been looking at the situation with compassion and everything. And even though, don't get me wrong, you still want to keep those eyes and you still want to look through those eyes, but you got three other sets, which is fire, earth, and air, which air is logical. Fire is your desires and your wants. That's what you are. And what did I say? Oh yeah, earth is practical. You got to look through these eyes also. Don't just close these eyes. Don't just look through the heart eyes. Also look through these eyes as well. And then you're going to be seeing situations from a different point of view. Okay. All right. Well, this is all that I have for Divine Feminine for today. Thank you. Stay blessed. What I would also appreciate is if you could like the video, if you could subscribe, and also leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. I love comments, they keep me going. I will say that's probably my favorite part. But you guys have a great day. We will talk again tomorrow. Bye bye.